Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hunky Vape. I'm your host, DJ Alex, and today we're taking a look at the Blaze SOLO2 RTA. So ain't nothing to it but to get into it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, before us today is the Blaze SOLO2 RTA. You know how I feel about the Blaze Max RTA. I think it's the greatest slice and slice bread. But now we're going to be able to do it in a single coil in a little solo RTA? Is that possible? Well, let me tell you, man, if they took the same characteristics that are in here and just shrunk everything down into something that only fit the single coil, this is going to be fantastic. But we won't know until we open the package. So without further ado, I love this tin! Oh, that's amazing! But unfortunately, ThunderCloudCreations decided to plaster their link all over this too. Setting that user manual aside, here we have the beautiful packaging, bubble glass. There is the gorgeous Blaze Solo RTA. Oh, is that beautiful? I really like the way that they did that. Quarter turn top cap, beautiful tension, amazing tolerances. Like you can clearly feel that O-ring and the pressure that's applied to there to make this a leak-proof tank. And you know how I feel about this beautiful display stand that's automatically included? It's the greatest thing ever. How come nobody else does this? Oh, look at that deck. That is going to be perfect. You got 3 beautiful slots for undercoil airflow. You've got beautiful honeycomb airflow on the side. And that's just going to hug your coil with high velocity airflow to give amazing flavor. Ooh, look at that channeled airflow, forcing all the air to come down right into that airflow slot. Perfect tolerances on the O-rings. And there's the beautiful bubble glass. What else came in the package? Beautiful coil cutting tool with no markings on it. Well, if it's anything like the predecessor, we're going to go with 5 millimeters for the coils. Did they include coils? They most certainly did. 3-core Clapton coil, NI 80, 29 gauge times 3, wrapped in 38 gauge. Awesome! Supposed to ohm out at 0.3 ohms. And I love the fact they gave you 2 coils. And a beautiful accessory pack. I really love this tin. So how about we get one of these coils put in there? Awesome. Ohms out at 0.24. And as a basis of comparison, we're going to be filling this up today with our Mango Sunrise. Yeah, baby. There you go, folks. Time to give this thing a try. All right, folks, time to give this thing a try. We've got it here on the Lost Vape Thelema Quest. It's ohming out at 0.33. So I've got the thing set at 35 watts to get started. Ain't nothing to it. Hey, way! That's a tasty treat! And I'm only running it at 35 watts! It's a beautiful balance between the mango and the tangerine. And it's just enough sweetness to sell it as a beautiful pair. Do I have a fantastic single coil RTA now? That is way better than anything I've ever had before? Well, that's a pretty high bar to hold this thing to. That's fantastic. All right, man. I'm going to go use this for a while because I know how I like to fall in love with stuff initially, and then it's just like, I want to be honest with you. I want to tell you exactly what I really think of it, and I'm not going to be able to do that on the first day of using it because I'm too excited. It's like a kid in the candy store, kid on Christmas package open up, rip the thing out. I want to make sure that I give you my actual recommendation for this, so I want to go use this for a while. And I'll be back here in a month and let you know what I think. Ladies and gentlemen, as a connoisseur of everything that helps people never smoke another cigarette, I'm always on the hunt for the best of the best. This means that I literally have bought, tested, and reviewed hundreds of products. Most of the time, the manufacturer's claims are overstated or their products are no better than everything else that's released at the same time. But every once in a while, something comes up that truly exceeds all of my expectations. I got this Blaze SOLO2 RTA a month ago and hasn't left my side since the very first toke. You know, it's kind of like the classic car enthusiast who goes and gets their hands on a 69 GTO and then spends every waking moment tearing it completely down so that they can finally drive their perfect classic car. Except with the Blaze SOLO2, it's as good as it can possibly be right out of the tin. ThunderCloud's marketing claims and my expectations have not only been verified with an entire month of use, but surpassed in so many ways. Refined airflow, elevated flavor, for sure, yes! The original Blaze Solo, it originally had that wow or W-shaped airflow where it brought the honeycomb airflow in from the sides and then ricocheted off of the deck aimed at your coils. Is there anything wrong with it? No! But the Blaze Solo 2 is so much better, truly refined airflow with better flavor, better saturation, and smoother airflow, even if you're the kind of person that loves those crackling coils and you have to always push the power to it to get your coils to crackle. The airflow stays buttery smooth, and that's because of this upgraded build deck. Elevated side honeycomb airflow, and 3 perfectly sized undercoil airflow ports to cool the center of your coils equally with the outer wraps, ultimately creating the perfect U-shaped postless build deck. And this top airflow adjustment ring went from 8 awesome slots to 62 perfectly sized air holes to maximize this leak-proof design. I could literally sit here and talk about this thing for hours because I love it so much. I have never come across a product where I was so excited when I first opened it up and I first tried it, and here I am a month later and that excitement has not gone away. And that's truly because of how awesome the design is on this thing, and they have taken it and elevated to the point where any connoisseur of a vape product is going to be drooling. I don't understand how anybody could use this and not fall in love. Now, granted, if you're one of those kind of people that you need to breathe through your tank when you vape, go stick with your stock coil sub-ohm tanks or go get yourself something like the Steam Crave Titan. But if you love a restricted direct lung, And I'm not talking about Bogan's Blotto level restriction. I'm talking about just the perfect amount of restriction. Mike Vapes Blaze SOLO2 RTA is the pinnacle. I don't want to say it's the best. I have to say it's the best because in my experience, I've tried all kinds of other things. It's definitely not a mouth to lung tank. Yes, that can be a restricted direct lung, but that is far more restrictive than this restricted direct lung. This could never try to be a mouth to lung tank. This was designed for restricted direct lung, and it is the best one that I've ever gotten my hands on and tried. What else can you say about it? Other than the fact that because that coil is evenly cooled the whole way through, you're going to have to clean this a little more often than you normally would. 5-6 days into this thing, I can tell that this coil needs cleaned. Whereas, something like the Arbiter RTA, I could literally go weeks with that one. And because the flavor diminished so gradually, I never noticed that this thing was dirty. And there was a couple times I went a month with that thing before cleaning it, and well, that's not good for you. With this one, you're going to notice that flavor because that flavor and the saturation is so good that as soon as it's not the ideal peak, you will start to notice the off notes inside your liquid. And it's not in your liquid, it's the coil starting to degrade. So you need to clean it like every 5 or 6 days. New cotton, 5-10 minute job, you're back up and running again for another 5 to 6 days. And for me, that's a perfectly acceptable downside to this tank. It can't get any better. I hope this review helped you. If it did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions, please feel to drop in the comments in below. And my wish as always, peace, love, and a hunky vape to end cigarette smoking. Hope you guys all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you on the next one.